Welcome to InnerEchoes. Delve into the darkest corners of your own mind as we try and find unique ways to understand what makes humans tick. Today we begin with the simple concept of auras. Each person, each conversation, even each word has an aura to them. What is an aura? It's hard to describe it really. Some would say it's the feeling you get when you interact with someone or something which gives off an aura. Some would call it similar to giving off a vibe. This is all pretty close to the dictionary definition. The atmosphere surrounding a person object is known as its aura. Let's just talk about auras in people for now. You may have noticed how hard it is to talk to some people or how easy it is to interact with others. No one wants to talk to the loner sitting in the back of the class at lunch break, yet everyone wants to be friends with the popular kids at school. Why is that? First, the aura surrounding those popular kids is warm and welcoming, while the loners is cold and awkward. We automatically flock to auras more compatible with our own. Although it's not always that simple, we might warp our auras to seem more compatible with other people when we like those specific people or need them for something. In order to seem more like one of them, you might, consciously or subconsciously, change your aura to be similar to theirs. Before we talk about how people can possibly do that, let's think about what makes an aura warm or cold. Well, warm aura could be a person who's talkative, cheerful, helpful, pretty much someone you feel like you could easily interact with. An aura of a person who likes the same things as another could feel warmer to that specific person. The past experiences of a person with people of similar aura may also be a factor in the degree of warmness of an aura. Bad experiences could also turn the aura colder than it is for others. In any case, an aura is comprised of body language, confidence, way of speaking, dressing sense, attitude towards others, appearance. So, to make their aura more compatible with others, people might change these factors to be more like the aura of the person they're trying to impress or become friends with, etc. For example, if a person uses the word cool a lot, and it's not already part of your daily language, you might adopt that word and start using it in conversations with them. Although it doesn't have to be that straightforward. They might use emojis or capital letters while texting, so you might start to slowly incorporate them into your own texts with them. You might start being more or less vocal around them, depending on how loudly they speak, etc. Basically, you try to mirror some aspects of their behavior to make your own aura feel warmer to them. Thinking practically, you could potentially use this reasoning to determine if someone likes your company or not. Them adopting some of your ways of conversing is definitely a good sign. Although this varies from person to person, some people have extremely rigid auras which are not changed for anybody, regardless of their feelings toward them. Some people are at the opposite end of the spectrum, mirroring the qualities of whoever they talk to instantly. Most people's auras are between these two extremes. Now the question is, how rigid or flexible should a person's aura be? Ideally, it should be rigid enough that a person doesn't lose his own boundaries or originality while pining for compatibility with another's aura, and flexible enough as not to seem cold or unapproachable to other people. As with pretty much everything, balance is key. Think about it for a second. Do people think you're a pushover? Do they think you're hard to approach? Not that you should care what people think, but objectively speaking, people's thoughts are also important data on how your aura is to outsiders. Using that data, you can find that balance between rigidity and flexibility, and try to set your aura accordingly. Now, the comparison of one's aura to their real self, internal consciousness, is also an interesting thing to analyze. The aura of a person is usually somewhat related to their internal environment, but that's not always the case. just be smoke and mirrors to hide the different reality inside that they do not want the world to see. Although, depending on how good a person is at controlling his aura to seem warm, they might be able to fool people into believing the aura, but that comes with a downside. It is mentally draining to keep up an aura all the time that does not match your internal environment. Thus, depending on the person, it can at times seem forced, and people may become cautious around them due to their gut feeling that they're faking who they really are.
If you learned something new about yourself today, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated. Thank you for watching.